These 5 books have made me millions of dollars, so obviously I strongly recommend them. Let's dive in.
Joining us is my man, Keala Kanae. Kanae takes entrepreneurs on a journey to grow their business. He has done over $75 million in revenue.
All right, so let's go ahead and start at the top. And you're gonna wanna hang with me up until number 5 because the last book I'm gonna share with you is by far the most profound. It has had the most drastic and massive impact on my life. It is my favorite book by far, not just because it's made me millions of dollars, but it's also helped me be the most happy and spiritually fulfilled. So let's go ahead and dive in. Number 1 is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. This is one of those books I hardly hear anybody talk about, but when I was first getting started as an entrepreneur and really having a hard time to even believing that I could go out and make millions of dollars, this book had a profound impact on my ability to not just think differently about money, but to also believe that I had what it took to become a millionaire. Number 2, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I hear this book talked about a lot in entrepreneurship circles, and I completely understand why. This is another one that I picked up early on in my entrepreneurship career. Dale Carnegie does a great job of breaking down how to be influential with people. Listen, if you're gonna go out and build your goals and dreams, it's gonna take help from lots of other people. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. So the more that you are effective at networking and building relationships, the easier it's gonna be for you to get to where it is that you wanna go. Number 3, Influence by Dr. Cialdini. I believe that's how you say his last name anyway. This book is profound, not in its complexity, but in its simplicity and how simple it makes it to understand how to influence the decision-making of other people. This has helped me in marketing, it's helped me in advertising, in copywriting, in sales situations, in leadership roles. This has impacted every area of my business and my life. In other videos, you have probably seen me say that the number 1 skill that I've learned that's contributed to my success is hands down the skill of influence. And this is a great book where you can get a very strong summary of what that skill set looks like in action. Strongly recommended. Number 4 is The Values Factor by Dr. John Demartini. This book has had an immense impact on my life. In fact, if you've seen my content probably anywhere on the web, you've likely heard me talk about the hierarchy of values. And the reason that I talk about it so much is because it's the most universally sound principle that I've ever discovered from a teleological perspective. Here's what that all means. It is the most all-encompassing principle that I have learned that helps understand why things happen. Not in terms of what causes them, but in terms of what purpose do they serve. You know, for a long period in my life, I struggled with things like procrastination, hesitation, frustration, self-sabotage. I said that I wanted to go out and build a business and be successful and build wealth, except I just never stayed consistent on those things long enough to actually get the result. And when I stumbled across the content of The Values Factor, my life changed tremendously because it literally broke all of that down for me and helped me understand the purpose that things like procrastination and self-sabotage serve in our life and what we can learn about ourselves from those things to help us go out and build our goals and dreams. And finally, number 5, The Breakthrough Experience by Dr. John Demartini. By far my favorite book of all time. In fact, if I had to live with only the lessons that I could take away from only one of these 5 books, hands down, it would be the content from The Breakthrough Experience. Now, I don't want to do this a disservice by trying to break down how profound that piece of work is into a simple YouTube video like this, but here's what I will say. What I learned and took away from that book, I literally use every single day of my life, especially when I'm going through the most challenging times. So it has made me more happy, more fulfilled, more inspired. It's impacted my relationship with myself, my relationship with others, my relationship with money and wealth, my relationship with my team, my staff, my leaders, my organization. There is no area of my life that has not improved as a result of the content of The Breakthrough Experience. Hands down, my strongest recommendation. So listen, I sincerely hope that you get your hands on these books and read them. As I said, I wouldn't be where I'm at in my life today without the content of those books and many, many more alongside them. So, strong recommendation. With that said, if you love content like this to help you create more success in your life and your business, then make sure that you subscribe and hit that little bell button so that you get notified every week when I drop more content to help you create more success in your personal life and your business. And by the way, in case we've never met before, my name is Keala Kanae. I'm an entrepreneur that got started while working in a coffee shop like this, and now I've gone on to build multiple 7- and 8-figure businesses. And I say that so you know that everything I share on my channel comes from the real world knowledge of things that I've learned and applied that have helped me create those results, which I share here in hopes that they help you create similar results as well. So subscribe, hit that little bell button, and make sure that you watch this next video in the lineup where I'm going to share even more business breakthrough secrets.